Hello ladies and mostly gentlemen, I'm Viny and I just bought an old Massey Ferguson tractor. I started a new series on rebuilding this thing and adding custom upgrades to it. Like in my last episode where I added a 2006 Saturn Vue electrical power steering to this Massey tractor. Today I need to fix that squarey, ugly, huge looking thing that apparently serves as a bucket. Apart the ugliness, the main issue I have is when I try to tilt backward. Because how the bucket was designed and built, it won't tilt. You see, the bottom blade is almost parallel with the ground. Not really useful when you try to pick up dirt. So while being at it fixing the bucket, I think I'm gonna add a quick attach system to the loader. Let's get to it. So the previous owners chose multiple ways to lock the pins. Are you looking for a nail? We got that. Maybe a bolt? Of course we do. How about a broken weld? For sure, on all 4 pins. And how's the fit? Pretty loose. Perfect. I always like to set a starting point to give me an idea on how good or bad the modification I made will impact the machine. In this case, I want to reduce the size and the weight of the bucket to increase its load capacity, and also because I'm gonna add weight. Yeah, the quick attach system would add a few pounds. So right now we're at 340, about 340. Quite heavier than I thought. Alright, so the plan for this bucket is, firstly, I'm gonna remove the rear brackets, won't need them anymore. It's gonna be replaced by the female section of quick attachment that I will build later on this video. Also, probably gonna reduce the height because it's way too huge for nothing. Again, to reduce the weight of the entire bucket. Also gonna cut the side plates at an angle. So when I will tip over the bucket, the bottom plate will gain somewhat of an angle, so the dirt will stay in the bucket. And I think, that's gonna be pretty much it. Cutting the bracket, reducing its weight, plasma time, I guess. Montage! So it could be quite dusty underneath the CNC plasma cutting machine. Yep. It tickles! That's the one! 3 to go! I'm gonna drop a bomb here, ladies and mostly gentlemen, but I'm not a big fan of grinding. I know I use grinders in all of my projects, but the less I use it, the better I feel. So to save time, a trick is to use the plasma torch and melt away the remaining welds. I also use an air hammer to remove the dross from the plasma torch. And I can do the finishing touch with the grinder. And it is done. Yeah, like anything else, it took more time than expected, like half a day. Okay, next step gonna be to draw lines like this and there on the side plates and at the bottom, and then cut the bucket pretty much in 2 to try to fold it back together and make somewhat of a decent bucket. So we're back cutting with the plasma. Oh, and by the way, don't be such an stupid ass like me and wear better protection than a sweater, a long sleeve sweater. Because, now my forearm is all burned. Boo-hoo, poor little Viny. Anyway, back to work. Ladies and mostly gentlemen, we're gonna take a short break from the bucket build for a very important Canadian tradition. Canadian maple syrup at its best. From these educational footage, let's move on to the construction of the quick attach itself. I inspired my design from the standard SSQA, which stands for Skid Steer Quick Attach, which a lot of tractors and skid steers are equipped with. It's a pretty clever design. It consists of a series of wedge shapes that lock one into the other to create a solid connection. Alright, let's make the plans and build the thing. This is not a secret. I love working with plans because it's a game changer when it comes to the fabrication part. There's simply no guesswork. Well, that depends on the designer and how good of a job he did. But anyway, with good plans, I could be efficient knowing what I need to build. It's not rare that multiple machines are running at the same time in my small shop. Just like right now at the forefront, you have the horizontal saw, which is cutting apart. I'm running the lathe, and the plasma table is burning through steel. All simultaneously, all at the same time. Nice. Uh-oh. What? Oh, F you, man. I don't think it's supposed to hang like this without any pins, right? Yeah, it's an hair too tight. But like they say, just tack it. It's less painful when you cut it. I wonder who did that design again. So I just need to remove a slice from the crossbeam, and you know it's pretty thin when the thing curves on itself when you cut it. Aha! Whoops, wrong pin, but right hole. Hey! Oh yeah! Nice! Now checking for clearance issue. Looking good at the bottom. And good enough clearance with the fittings. Excellent. Now I can fully weld the coupler and paint it. Before final assembly, I needed to build the handle lever thingy for the locking pins, and that gave me a good reason to play with my latest tool purchase. Okay, maybe it's not my latest tool purchase. New tool! Last little thing to build was the locking pins, which I need to machine with a taper. To do so, I plasma cut a support with the right angle, and the rest was quite straightforward. Except that I had to drill a hole perfectly perpendicular to the new machine face. So I've got these, I think they come from, a die that I designed or something. Overstock anyway. So I just cut them into length and they go like so. Shiny! Whoop, wrong one. Haha, shiny, number 2. Ça marche! Ah, damn it! I forgot to turn on the auto translate and now it's in French. But that's okay, I'm gonna do the voiceover in English for you guys. So in order to hook and unhook a bucket, we need to keep in the up position this handle with the pins. So to create that friction, I use a simple lock washer. The downside of this is that the bolt is not properly screwed in and it could unscrew itself. To counter that, I use another bolt. It's kind of hard to see being black on black, but I'm using a second bolt like a set screw to lock the first bolt. So that's how I created the friction to keep the handle up with the pin for when you want to hook and unhook a bucket. Excellent! Now let's complete the bucket. You saw me switch between the bucket modification and the, let's call it coupler, loader's coupler, and there's a good reason for that. I wanted to use the coupling section as a template to complete the bucket receiving section, which is in fact the backplate of the bucket, and make sure that both will match together. Yes, I could do the other way around, completing the bucket first and then use it as a template for the coupler. But, and it's a big but, it's kind of hard to see on the camera, but this old bucket is pretty twisted. Yeah, far from being straight. That is not very good to use as a template, so I preferred the route that I took. Try of my second try, I guess. Ooh. Hey! Hey! Oh yeah, those springs were the right ones. Alright, let's see if we gain some weight. Or like my wife wish I could do, lost some. And oh, we're about the same weight, 340, 345. But as we all know, ladies and mostly gentlemen, I added a quick attach system to the loader. So I'm gonna live with that result. And I don't really have another choice. Anyway. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I just completed the 3D CAD of my new backhoe that I want to build for this little tractor. Yes, I'm gonna do a full series on it. It's gonna be about maybe 4 or 5 videos, who knows, we'll see. And just like my airbag trailer project, which you can buy the plans on my website, I'm gonna do exactly the same thing with this backhoe project. First, I'm gonna build a prototype, test it, fix all the small issues I will find, redo the design, make some new plans, and sell it for a very low price on Etsy or on my website. So if you want to stick around, please consider subscribing if you want to see more of that little tractor and on the backhoe. But till then, go do something with your head, your hands, or both. Thanks for watching, guys. See you soonish.